There's a problem in the church today. The problem is the perversion of the gospel, or simply using the gospel for personal gain. This leads to greed, idolatry, sexual immorality, and a plethora of other sins. There are some out there utilizing the gospel, which first of all is that God loved us so much that he sent his son Jesus Christ to die for us. He raised him from the dead and we were given salvation. And for those that confess Jesus' lordship and believe that he did rise from the dead, you will be saved. That is what we should be spreading. That's the Great Commission. Some people are utilizing this for financial gain, to get members in a church, to get followers on a social media platform. This should not be. We can go back to the Old Testament, utilizing the story of Balaam and how he, because of greed and desire for a reward, betrayed the people. The story of Balaam starts in Numbers 22. It goes on for several chapters. I suggest you read it all. But we don't really find out what he did wrong until we turn to the second chapter of Revelations. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed to idols, and to commit fornication. This is a long story short. But one of the kings, Balak, wanted Balaam to curse the people of God, offering him a reward. But in the end, Balaam told King Balak that I cannot say anything that goes against the Lord. Rather than cursing the Israelites, he actually blessed them, because again, he could only speak by what the Lord, Yahweh himself, said. The king Balak told Balaam, you're not getting a reward because you didn't curse him. Because he wanted that reward, his greed, his desire, he advised him, as we just read in Revelations 2:14, to entice the Israelites with the women. Again, read the whole story for yourself. I just don't have time to get into it here. It should be stated that there are other places in the New Testament that condemn Balaam and his actions, but this shows a couple things. Because of Balaam's greed, he didn't necessarily curse the Israelites, but he used a back door, thus betraying the Israeli people. Secondly, it shows that how the Israeli people, because they gave into sexual immorality, displeased God and ultimately paid the price. Sexual immorality is at an all-time high in our society today. Regardless of my opinion or your opinion, our standard is not our opinions. Our opinions, our morality should match up with the word of God. Logos Theou. So, we are to stay away from sexual immorality. The Bible literally says with sexual sins to flee. Don't even fight it. Let's be honest. It's a great pleasure that's given for us from God to be experienced within the confines of marriage between a man and a woman. You try to fight sexual sin, you're gonna lose. I'll lose. It's not worth it. If you're out there preaching the gospel, teaching the gospel, just spreading the word as I am here on TikTok, do not be doing that for your own personal gain. Never for financial gain, never for followers, never for anything except for his glory, period. Quite frankly, you're robbing God of the glory that belongs to him. So again, we can use the story of Balaam, who is condemned in the Bible, to see what we should not do. Let's take advice from what happened here so that we don't fall into the same trap.